Manager Vosberg, manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to a crowded room as well.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. I do have a few items for your consideration. First, I believe he's in the back of the room. Oh, he's over here. Our new police chief, Ryan Johansson, has started. So officially yesterday was his first day. So just wanted to recognize him and welcome him. I will stick with the PD theme here for a couple seconds too, because there's been a lot of discussion and some visibility on some criminal activity lately within Apex. So wanted to talk about that. Some of it has been related to vehicle break-ins. I can assure council and the community that we are looking at different strategies as it relates to vehicle break-ins, so I won't go into those details. But I do want to take a moment to reinforce the messaging that we are putting on social media. I believe there was a post today through our police department that reiterates soft targets. And the biggest thing that we can do to help prevent vehicle break-ins is, number one, locking your vehicle, and number two, not leaving valuables in plain sight. The post that was put up by PD also made reference to firearms being taken out of some of those vehicles. So we can't emphasize enough how important it is to remove valuables, especially firearms, from your vehicles. Because now those are tools that can potentially be used in crime. And so that's an issue, but the number one defense against it is locking your vehicles. We know there's some discussion about different technology tools that are being used in the community. We are working through that, and there's a lot of talk about that nationwide on how you can combat that, and there's some options that you can get on the private market to block signals and do all of that. So more to come on that front, but right now we are definitely emphasizing lock your vehicles at night and take valuables out at night and don't leave them in plain sight. So I wanted to mention that. Yes,
Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay.
Should be. Maybe I'll move it a little closer. The second item, there was an incident at the Walmart today in Apex, and I do want to throw a shout out to our PD. They did some great work in surrounding around that incident and were able to make 2 arrests related to that incident in Walmart. So that was a big deal. They mobilized and a lot of great work there. So I want to send a shout out to our police department for the work that was done there. Moving on to other items, maybe not pleasant, I want to briefly talk about the recent federal grant issue that's come out from the Trump administration. I believe breaking news, there was a halt put on that about an hour or so ago from a federal judge. So we're still working through some of the ramifications. From our perspective right now, the biggest threat as it relates to grant dollars from the federal government would be on some of our road projects. I'll be honest, right now we don't know the full implications because some of the money's been committed. It is a pass-through that typically will come to the state. So whether the state physically has that money yet or not is important, and we just don't have those answers. But it's something we definitely need to be mindful of. I'll tell you, even our Peakway extension project, like $12.5 million of that is somewhat tied to federal dollars. So we're hopeful that those dollars have already been allocated and are on hand, but we don't have answers yet on that. And that still has a lot of potential litigation ahead outside of Apex, but something we need to be mindful of and definitely brief you all on. And the last, this is good news, so I will end with good news. You've seen the article on this, but the Carolina Hurricanes partnered with us. It was in the media, I think, recently. We're hoping for a spring opening of the street hockey here in Apex. That's something awesome that's been brought to our community, and it's through a great partnership with Apex. Kudos to our Parks and Recreation staff for working through that, but we're looking somewhere into March, beginning of April, for that to be kicking off. So that's something to be excited about. And that is all that I have.
All right, thank you so much.